you know, I made this film on Tanaquil Claire, and it really did very well, and American Masters was quite happy with it. And I went in to see them to talk about other projects, and they said, well, you know, we have an interview with Sidney Lumet sitting on the shelf for many years. Sidney Lumet had passed away in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. And this interview had been shot in 2008 by another filmmaker who sadly had passed away himself. His name was Danny Anker. And he and his team had never managed to raise enough money to finish the film. So there was an extensive interview with Sidney Lumet, and no one really knew what to do with it. And he asked me if I might like to deal with that. And I thought, well, gee, 2 months watching every film that Sidney Lumet ever made, I think I could handle that. That sounds like a good idea. And so I looked at the footage, and again, I was very focused on finding the storyline. If I couldn't have found a story to tell, not just this is what Sidney did here, and this is what he did there, and this is what and this is why he did that, I didn't want to make it. But I did find a storyline in it. We were able to create a theme or a storyline because of something that had happened to him much earlier in his life. It's a story that he never told until he did this interview. And he doesn't even make the connection between that incident and the films that have this strong moral underpinning. But we made it in our film, and I don't think there's anybody that knows him, and including his family, that doesn't now understand that relationship. So there's a lot that happens in filmmaking that's hidden and is not necessarily evident to you when you're making your movies. The themes that you begin to play with in your films are not always evident when you're making them, and maybe not even evident a few years later. But over a period of time, these things will start to connect. And if you are making films that have touched you personally, the things that connect will have something to do with who you are as a person. I don't know how clear that is, but it's only something I'm discovering today. And it's a reminder to myself when I'm looking around for the next project that if it doesn't touch me personally, I shouldn't make it.